What's going on, folks? It's Bark. I'm coming at you with another camera that we're going to check out to see if it's good enough for YouTube. The intro to this camera video is done on the Sony CX405 camcorder. Yeah, I got a camcorder. This is probably going to be one of those things that I just default to. I think this is going to be the default camera because this shows you what you can get for $100 video quality wise. And we'll compare this $100 camera to all the cameras that come on the channel from now on. No matter if it's a $20 camera, $50 camera, $400 camera, you know, I doubt we get into the 1,000 ranges. But if this channel becomes more successful, you never know. I highly doubt that happens. But anyways, let's check it out. We've got the Panasonic Lumix GM1 mirrorless compact camera. I got this for $200 on OfferUp. I'm probably going to mention that again later. And in fact, I know I will because I already filmed that part. What the fuck? Anyways, we've got this bad boy in the studio. Bad boy, that's a really cheesy thing to say. But it's a very small micro 4/3 camera from Panasonic. And it does have a really nice screen. Like I said, it's... Look at the size of this thing. I mean, it is tiny, very, very tiny. And I like it a lot. Like I said, $200. Let's go ahead and run this thing through the tests. Again, couple $100. You won't pay more than $400 for it. It's an older camera. It's discontinued. They don't make it anymore. So if you're looking for that, is it good enough for YouTube camera? This is going to be one of those choices that if you can find it, it's not super easy to find. Maybe it's good enough for YouTube. Let's find out by running the field tests. Again, the field tests are going to be indoors with a mix of natural and artificial light, outdoors in a vlogging and walking setting to test the stabilization, and indoors with no natural light at night with just artificial light for studio recording settings. So with that being said, let's see if the Lumix GM1 is good enough for YouTube in 2021.
Here's a test of the Lumix GM1 in an inside setting, sunlight coming in, also artificial light coming from a lamp, and this is what that looks like. I can walk around a little bit in here just to see the stabilization, back and forth. Panasonic Lumix DMC-GM1, small, mirrorless, very small compact camera with interchangeable micro 4/3 lens. So here's the outside shot. I'm gonna walk as though I'm vlogging, bro. Vlogging. Not much of a vlogger. But yeah, outside, sunshine. This is what the camera looks like. The Lumix GM1 by Panasonic. Panasonic Lumix GM1. Walking down a bumpy hill and vlogging. We'll see what happens.
So we've got the camera in the studio, the Lumix GM1. I'm zoomed in just the tiniest bit, but whenever you hit record, of course, it zooms in automatically a little bit anyways. But this is what the Lumix by Panasonic GM1 looks like in a completely artificial light setting, and this is absolutely going to blow away the competition from the first two videos, the Fujifilm XP50, the Canon PowerShot F160. This is going to blow them away. This is a mirrorless camera. It's a good camera. It is an older camera, and it's a small micro 4/3 lens system camera that they don't make anymore, but that's why it's on this channel, because it's an obscure camera, much like I do obscure microphones on the Obscure Mics channel. So the Lumix GM1, we're just going to go ahead and get this out of the way right here, right now. We're not going to do the whole, we'll come back. The inside mix of sun and artificial light was fantastic. The outside was fantastic. The stabilization was pretty solid. Again, I'm not a camera expert. I'm just going through and finding cameras that no one really talks about, and putting them to the test and seeing what we get. And this is obviously the best camera we've done yet. Now, you will pay a pretty penny for it. I got lucky, snagged this off of OfferUp for $200. I got this for $200. I think for $200, it is a fantastic deal, especially for an interchangeable lens camera. It's just a really nice camera. It's got a really good touch screen. It's got a really good screen, period. It's just it's great. I mean, this is good enough for YouTube. Absolutely. It's probably perfect for YouTube for, someone on a budget. So there you go. If you can find a Panasonic Lumix GM1 on the cheap, it absolutely is portable. If you can find this camera on the cheap and you love travel cameras you can just throw in a bag and go, this is a perfect one. Vlogging, studio setting, outdoors picture taking. This camera is going to do it all for you. You don't have to spend thousands to get great pictures and great video quality. You can spend $200 to $400. I mean, that's what I've seen this camera for, $200 to $400. Again, considerably more expensive than the first two, but anytime I have a camera, it's going to go on this channel. I don't care if it's super expensive or super cheap. Whatever camera I have or whatever cameras I can get my hands on are going to get on this channel. The Lumix GM1 by Panasonic is an absolute killer for YouTube at a really good price, no matter if you get it for that $200 to $400. Cameras are expensive these days, so $200 to $400. Hopefully you get it closer to $200 if you can find one. Highly recommend this one. See you guys next time.